Alright, hey YouTube, I know it's been a while since my last video. That's in fact been a long while. I've been very busy with school, and I have had a little bit of free time, but I'm not going to spend my free time making videos for you guys when I could go have some fun myself. But now I've had sufficient free time to where I've thought, hey, let's make another video. So I've got a couple videos here, and I think we should watch this one. Alright, yeah, so this is an excellent match. Not for me so much, but for my opponent. And he's actually pulled a strategy on me that I've never seen before. And it's not a build strategy as much as it is a tactical strategy. And I don't know if he learned it from somebody else or what, but it was awesome. And it didn't really work as well as I think he'd hoped it did. But I think some of you excellent players out there could definitely utilize this. So here we are. So what my build was, 2 Yari Samurai here, and then I think it's four Katana Samurai, or no, 5. Yep, 5 Katana Samurai. And then I brought quite a large Cav contingent of Fire Cav, Yari Cav, and Yari Cav, or Katana Cav, all chevroned and veteraned up. My opponent out here has some pretty cool looking colors, and he's got a Yari Ashigaru, some Matchlock Ashigaru, some more Matchlock Ashigaru, 2 more units of Yari, some Yari Veteran, Yari Samurai, Night Samurai. And he's got these Testudo Warrior Monk heroes. So his infantry looked pretty good to me. It was a little frightening, especially with those guns out on this open map. It was kind of intimidating. And behind him he's got 2 Katana Samurai. And that's it. Or so it seems. Notice how he's leaving his general back here. Okay? That becomes key in this battle. So this is a pretty simple map, I'm thinking, okay, let's move up and advance here. I got my Yari Samurai out in front. I've been favoring that lately. I bring 2 Yari Samurai, put them out in front, and that charge, it deals quite a bit of damage. They can absorb damage, and they take on Cav very nicely as well. So I send most of my Cav over here, trying to assassinate this general. And I'm thinking, hey, easy kill. And then, oh shoot, what is this? He pops out of the woods with a Yari and an Ayunada Warrior Monk Cav. And so that's the strategy I'm talking about. It is an excellent plan, I mean, I would have fallen for that had he planned it more decisively. But anyway, so I come around the flank with my 4th Cav and my Fire Cav. I'm going to send my Katana Cav around the other flank here. But his general is going to put up a really tough fight with these Cav. And even though I get the flank, they're going to take it to me pretty hard. And then he reinforces with these 2 Katana Samurai. And it's almost a shame I didn't have my Katana Cav on the other side. They would have done quite a bit of damage. So I, in turn, reinforce with my own 2 Katana Samurai. And I start bringing them out in long strips to make their charge with a greater surface area. He's going to deflect a Yari Veteran or 2 Yari Samurai, which could be catastrophic to the Cav fight, so I'm aware that I need to go ahead and win that over here. And so I see him charging forward, and I'm like, okay, at this point, I may not win this Cav fight, so I have to make sure to win the infantry fight. And I notice now that he does have less men than I do over here now. So I kind of put my guys into that charge thing, the quick step or whatever it's called. I'm going to get a charge on these Yari Ashigaru. They have no chevrons, they don't stand a chance in this fight. And then I'm going to go around the flank with those 2 Katana Samurai on these exposed missile units over here. In this fight over here, I did get the charge, but his men are Ayunada Samurai, which I believe are better at combat. Yeah, they seem to be giving my men the business here. But they do have more chevrons, so I can't tell you that they're just flat out better. And I do start running a bunch of units over here, so that's going well for me. Over here, though, he's war cried his Warrior Monk Cav, and I did kill their general just now. And I'm getting a good bunch of kills in here, so that just worked out well for me. and it became a matter of just chasing down some units. But the point of that match was to congratulate my opponent on that ambush. I mean, that could have been catastrophic. I was like, whoa, that was probably the best bait ever. You know, I mean, several times people have tried to ambush me, you know, like, oh, look, come back into these woods and stuff, and I'm like, no, I know, you're waiting on this, but you left a general behind, which is a common mistake, and, you know, I believed it was a mistake, and that was what was so convincing about it. So you might want to incorporate that sometime. So this is the other match in this video, and my opponent, you know, this is my first match back for a while. You know, I haven't played this game in like a month or two, and let's go look at his army. So this is the first thing I see when I come back from my long break. Oh, people still do this? Yes, they do. Isn't that just wonderful? I mean, just seeing that, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that's yeah. So I know I need to make for these woods, because Cav does have a wood disadvantage. I'm thinking maybe I can go back here, but nah, I'm going to sort of take the initiative. And I know that there's these two shrines here, this sword dojo I could have made for. And I did make the mistake of leaving my archers out here, but they weren't going to be too useful in this fight anyway, especially against these Cav. And so I'm going to try to save them. You know, I start deploying all my spear units out here. I'm like, okay, he's coming pretty fast. I'm not going to make it into these woods all the way, so I need to just settle down here and make camp. So I immediately take my Yari Samurai, the two that I bring to every match now, and I charge them straight into them. So I'm pretty glad I brought them and not just Katana Cav. And I'm going to try to bring my Bow Samurai back behind line here, but they're not going to make it. He does charge straight into my Yari Ashigaru, and even though they're not chevroned, that was a terrible idea. Yari Wall is crazily effective against most units, especially Cav, and he's losing, you know, he's lost 20 men to a Yari Ashigaru unit, which is just a terrible mistake. I'm gonna bring my general over here and rally my men. I've tried to get most of my men into the woods here because I know Cav has disadvantage fighting there, and I'm just trying to manage this, and it's not going overly well. He's intimidating my Yari Samurai, which should be crushing his Cav, and although he's taking heavy losses, I'm taking heavy losses as well. I was able to get him into the woods here somewhat, where at least my Katana Samurai stand a chance. Over here, my Yari Samurai really just taking it to this Cav, and they're not gonna be too effective. Over on this flank, I've actually kind of pulled through against all odds there, and I'm gonna bring my Yari Samurai and come after this general.
Our men are running from the battlefield. A shameful display.
And I'd bring with them, you know, the Katana Samurai and an additional Yari Ashigaru unit. So he's got these few units left, but I mean, a Cap spam army is just not reliable. And I think he expected me to bring more sword units, and I just didn't. And so it's not a balanced army. In a balanced army, it could have taken me. He could have beaten me if he had employed strategy, and he really didn't stand a chance with this Cav army. So that's just this is just another piece of evidence of why you know, people shouldn't be using these spam armies that they do. And I don't know if this guy was just doing it for fun, you know, like he has no life and he doesn't care anymore because he can never win a battle, so he's like, oh, I'm just gonna spam. But to anybody who has any skill out there, I just recommend you don't do it. You'll always stand a better chance of winning by not spamming. And that was that. Alright, YouTube, you're going to see me around a lot more, especially with the Fall of the Samurai coming out. I've heard a lot of criticism about that, you know, oh, it's been rushed, oh, it's probably not going to be that great. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's really my favorite time where the Samurai came in, because it's, you know, sort of a civilized, graceful, honorable, primitive culture reaching a more modern culture. And it's very entertaining combat. So we're going to see, you're going to see me around for that a lot, and it's nice to be back, YouTube.